Hey, what up, Lotto family? It's your man, Will. Let me go through this. I'm going to go methodically, hopefully, but I'm not going to go fast. I'm going to really try to explain what happened. So, the first thing, family, I want y'all to see something. This was here. Let me share my screen. This was on the 30th. You see this win 5-5 or 05569, and you saw I didn't spend a lot to get these tickets. There were some other numbers in there, but for the most part, all I did was spend like roughly $29 to get this. So my new 2024 initiative goal is to reduce this count and to put this on auto bet. Y'all heard me talk about that. So let me go back to and show you exactly how I did that. So I started on the 29th. So going into the new year, I said, let me just piggyback on the 30th. What came out on the 30th what came out on the 29th to produce the 30th win? So no brainer there. So I saw from the 29th that this 55 was trending. So I said in my mind, hey, let me just keep with that trend. And I got my 55 digits in here, right? You see the number of digits, and on top of that, I did some sums. I did a +2 on the sums here, incremented. I did a TD. Lo and behold, I got something like this, which was the winner number right here. This is another screen of this where it shows you some of the parameters. It's at 69, but I didn't spend $69 on this. I actually spent less. So just so you know, I just wanted to show you I got this email parameter list. Yeah, so this was trend 10. You guys see that. So on with that thought, I'm like, okay, let me continue to see if I can get this list lower and lower. And so I started looking at the other way of looking at this. Let me sort of set it up like this, family. So what trend tend is, if you look at it, it's really no different from pairs. See all of these here, these are just pairs. Trend 10 actually was the I guess you could say the father of pairs, right? It started off with pairs. It was me saying, "Hey, let me isolate every two-digit, three-digit number that came out, and then put the input over here. Last seen, y'all have seen this before. Trend 10 is just a precursor to pairs. The problem with trend 10 is that it only finds a pair if there's two. So you'll see that if there's only one, it won't put the entry in there. There has to be two matches that it finds for it to put an entry in there. And I thought, and it has to be at least two matches. But what I found was sometimes there was one match, or there'd be a match later, and trend 10 wouldn't pick it up. So, short version, I was losing money because I didn't have visibility into what was really going on. That's why pairs was created. So going back over to pairs, you could see if I did the same thing, put this back on pairs, I'm essentially going to get the same level of information. Put this back on midday, you'll see it's still going to come out to roughly the same thing. I'm just putting it on pairs to show you exactly what happened and how pairs and trend 10 are exactly the same. Put this on 3D PAP, you'll see it. It's roughly the same thing. I just started using these doubles. Yeah. So I selected all of this guy right here, and then you'll see the top digits was still 55, just like that. And then when I deduped it, exclude past winners, you see all of this stuff. All of this y'all know and love. See, but now I still have more, right? I think I told you I did like a sum range like this, down, yada, and then this, done, something like this. Y'all saw me do this. See, now I got 53 over here, and you see that's the winning number right there. So I was playing around with what is going to give me the lower number. You see the win right here. I could send this to myself, and if I go over here, you'll see initially Trend 10 said it was this, and then I look at a new one. This is what Pear said, and I still have the winning number in there. So I'm playing around like, what's going to give me the lower number? Well, it so happens, keep that in mind. I'm doing give me the pairs, then start narrowing it down with the sums. Let me say that again. Give me the pairs, find me the pairs, and then start narrowing it down with the sums. So in the last statement I was just talking about, I'm starting with the pairs and then I'm narrowing it down with the sums and times drawn. But then I said, let me reverse that. What if I started off with the sums and then just started narrowing it down with the pairs? So that's where sums 3.0 comes in. Now, sums 3.0 has been around, but for some reason, I started getting like multiple wins with pairs. So I just stayed with that. But the reality behind that is sums 3.0 is a beast because if I start off with known sums, again, sort of paying attention to what the data is doing, then I'm trying to get my list lower. I'm trying to win more money. So let me show you what happened on the list of sums. Let me put this on all. I think y'all will see what I'm talking about. Let this refresh. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about because the list is going to be mad lower. Again, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let it go ahead and refresh. All right, so I'm going to put it back on this midday joint again and show you this output. So let me see if I let's see. It was yeah. All right, y'all see the screen, right? Okay. This was the 29th, and I think there was one more I needed to put in here. There was one more I needed to put in here. It's showing Louisiana. I need to update this. Let me show you something else because this was really key for me. Why I did what I did. This is talking about the win from yesterday. Let me pause and then come back. Okay, I got it set up. Let me show y'all exactly how I was able to pull this win out. Let me talk about the 29th since I was on there, and I want you to see something. So what I noticed, you see over here in the red, these are all consecutive sums or sums that repeat within the same day. You'll have some at midday, like this one for 22. See how you have this 60664 right here for midday, and then you have the 17761 for midday. Well, this strategy is basically saying if I start with the sums, right? Remember we were doing pairs, now we're starting with the sums. I already know where the sums repeat. What if I looked at the sums first and then just found matching pairs? Would that give me the win? So if I look at this sum 60664, and I know that's a sum of 22, and I looked at this sum 17761, and I know that this sum is a 22, you see later on that evening, there were more 22s. But here's what's crazy. The way these all possible works is the same way they work for pairs. So if I put this on 2D this is just telling me if I find two digits that are the same up here in midday, especially if I know I'm starting off with a double, all I got to do is look for two other digits that could be in here. For example, here are my two digits right here 04064666. if I find any digit, because 2DPAP looks at all possibles, remember the AP means all possibles. Hold on. The AP means all possibles. That means if I find any match down here, then I win. See, you see how there's a 4-6 in here and there's a 4-6 in there? I know I automatically win. That's why if I highlighted just these two, the way 2DPAP works, you see my winning number right there? You see how I have the winning number for the evening? And look how many list of numbers I had to deal with. See how that's a smaller list? And then if I were looking at evening, not evening, but singles, the same would apply. All I'm gonna have to do is make sure I have one of these match, because you see I have these both highlighted. I deduped to get rid of all the other ones. I didn't even do exclude past winner just for this purpose. And you see, all I have to do is have one of these match, and then I'm winning. So right here, you see how there's a 1-7 in this guy right here, and there's a 1-7 in this guy right here too. So you see the winning number 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. See, the list is your list is still small. Let me do the last one. Hopefully, this will sort of resonate. So again, it's the same setup. I had a midday of this 25 right here. So if I just put all of these at 25, you'll see what I'm saying. So you see how Georgia this was a midday, and this was a midday. I know it was because I just know it was. These were middays. And so if I selected these like this and then did a dedupe, again, whenever I do a double, I just sort of intuitively know there's going to be another double that's coming out, right? I'm not even doing exclude past winners, but if I put this on, oh, I got this on pairs. Let me put this on 2DP. I mean, sum 3.0. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let it just render. You'll see what I'm talking about. Not only going to take a second. Right. So if I put this back on 25, right, this is everything. You see the midday, day, and there was an evening. Well, if I highlighted these, everything that's in here is in here. So when you highlight them, you're really getting duplicates. And you want to just hit dedupe when you do that. And notice all I got to do is make sure, again, there's going to be a D. This is going to be a double because it just always is, family. I've already explained that, right? I have this on all possibles, but if I wanted to, I could have just put this on TDPAP, and you see the winning number is right here, right? That's just if it was on 2DPAP, right? But if I wanted to, right, just to show you how the data works, I could put this on 3DPAP and I still got the winning number in here because it found the 778 and this 778. So that's essentially how the sums 3.0 works. Instead of starting with the pairs and then working backwards by filtering the sums, we're starting with the sums and then we start filtering it by the pairs. That's essentially what it is. Hope that helps, family. Peace.